Hello ladies and gentlemen, and welcome back to a very sunny, hot Teesside for round 3 of the British Drift Championship 2022. And we are moments away from the pro qualifiers. I don't know about you, Mike, but I'm getting pretty excited for the rest of the season. It's been absolute mayhem this morning, Mike.
I've been to a lot of drift events, but what happened here this morning has just shocked everyone. So, to let everyone at home know, we're after having a series of mechanical failures, and a lot of people were pulling out of competitions. A lot of people were running around trying to borrow cars before this. Me and Mike are sitting here not going who's going to be driving what car that comes to the line. So you're going to have to work with us on this, and hopefully, you know, we can get all them guys back out on track and have some fun today.
Oh yeah, we desperately hope so. That absolute mayhem. Cars blowing up. Cars just.
Yeah, there's been it all.
Mental.
There's been that many mechanical failures. I can't even
describe it. And we were trying to run around the pit, like you said, just before we came up into the box, and just trying to work out who was doing what, who was going to be there, and who was driving someone else's car. And we had to go and get here, so we don't even know the most of it. So
I suppose it's going to make it entertaining. We'll just play the game. Who's driving that car?
It is, and it's a very tough track today, Mike. So let's have a look. So we've got a very fast and large entry into clip 1 through to an inside clip 2. A nice smooth transition into our first braking zone, which is clip 3, all the way around the outside of the first hairpin in through clip 4, Mike.
Yeah, from clip 4 they want them to come away, a nice smooth transition out wide from 5, and then once they get through clip 5 you can go mid-track, starting to push up the bank towards 6 and then cut in towards the inside and aiming for that last inside clip, clip 7. From there it's just full throttle, smoking the place out of it and over the line. But it is a crazy track, so take a look at Armis Fiskelis in practice on Friday and just watch the inputs of the car he has to do here, Mike.
Yeah, it's absolutely insane. Look at all the steering he has to do just to go round the corner. It looks lovely and smooth on that graphic that we just put up a minute ago, but inside the car he has a serious amount of work to put in. And Vasquez, a pro driver, one of the top drivers we have here today, and it just goes to show what these guys are having to do to get around the track.
So here it is, your championship standings as it is. Dylan Garvey leading it, Robbie Beguine second, and Armis Fiskelis third. Luckily, all them guys are in their own cars, okay? Yes. They didn't fall in the bracket of mechanical failure.
No, not yet.
Not yet.
Not yet.
Early days,
but we've had
I'm touching a bit of wood.
Yeah, so much has happened this morning. I have no idea what's going to happen today. So, yeah, we went to talk about who's going to podium. I have no idea. Anyone. It's literally anyone's game.
It's anyone's game today.
But we will be starting with our
Craig
McLeod right after this.
Drifting can be the most demanding motorsport in the world. My name is June Main. The high RPMs required to keep my tires spinning and rubber burning are brutal on engine oil. That's why Lucas Synthetic Oil Stabilizer was formulated for performance on the track and the highway. Lucas Synthetic Oil Stabilizer keeps my power on for split-second decisions, making every shift and turn count. When it comes to my engine and engine oil, I give it every advantage with Lucas Synthetic Oil Stabilizer.
Link ECU produce standalone engine management technology with a range of products that allow you to unleash the power of your engine. Acting as your car's brain, our ECUs control electronic fuel injection and ignition. A magnitude of sensor inputs and outputs ensure your engine exceeds your expectations. Built-in safety features guarantee engine protection, and data logs keep you informed on its performance. Smoke your tyres and not your engine with a world-leading Link ECU.
Tarmac Sports.
So here we are for qualifying at Teesside, and we start off with crazy Craig McLeod, software designer, and the guy's an absolute lunatic. Came from the top 8 yesterday in Pro 2, and he really wants to make a statement today in the pros.
Yeah, definitely, and Craig is a well-capable driver. He's had lots of practice in full competition mode yesterday, so I think he can put in a big high score from the start here, Mike.
Well, he's certainly had a lot of practice, as you say, from yesterday.
So as we see Craig leave the line for the first qualifying run.
Yeah,
will he take it easy? No, big flick in. Nice and committed. Look at that, Mike. No brake. Full throttle through that first section. Absolutely lovely into the D-cell zone. Doing a good job to slow that car down and making sure not to go into them tyres as he comes in for the last transition out wide. It's not a bad run from Craig at all. As you can see at the left-hand side, the judges are liking this one too. The score hasn't dropped too much as he comes through the last bit and over the line. There you go.
Nice solid run from Craig McLeod there. Still missing a wing from yesterday. I imagine they just didn't get that.
Well, it came off and he drove over it, so.
I've seen people repair bigger things, but So Craig McLeod doing a good solid run for his first run, 81 points. He is sponsored by MG Autotech, EK Blast and Powder Coated, Dynatune and SMT Motorsport. Next up we have Harvey Moore.
In that drift for you, E36. Harvey, top 8 finish yesterday, gets him in today. Drove unbelievable until, remember, just the wheel snapped. The biggest debate ever over the lower arm, wasn't it?
Yes, wow, whatever.
We're not going to bring up that argument again. We met up last night, it's fine. Start fresh
We've
today.
had that argument today already.
Whatever, if it happens again today, I'm turning this telly off in front of us.
So Harvey Moore lines up for his first qualifying run. Remember, these guys had so much practice yesterday, so we were expecting absolutely fantastic scores from these guys. They should know the track off the square head and should be absolutely perfect. So Harvey Moore throws it in nicely, slows down, just drops a wheel ever so slightly onto that concrete, but not too bad. The C line through clips 3, 4 and 5 and into clip 6. Very nice from clip 6. Just a little on the B line from clip 7 and across the line. So not quite as tight as Craig McLeod, but still a good run, a good solid first run. And he comes in with a score of 76.67. He's sponsored by Moreland, CJP Autosport, DMS Autosport and Lost Soul Tattoos.
So up next we have Agnes Mendilga. Came 4th yesterday, Mike.
We should have had Dermot Canavan, but he
was one of our failures, yeah. There's going to be a bit of that, Mike, where we're going to have to jump over.
Yeah, quite a lot of that. So Igis Manilga drove like an absolute champion yesterday.
Yeah.
Pedalled this 300 ZX so hard, and we're expecting good things today. Oh, a little bit of a falter on entry there, not quite getting onto the A line for clip 1. Clip 2 was a little bit shallow as well, very deep there through clip 4. And clip 5 very nicely now. Second part of this track coming together a lot better for Egis Manelga as he comes through the final corner, pouring all 750 horsepower across the line, smoke billowing off the tyres.
Very, very nice run there.
Very nice. Egis Manelga is sponsored by Pulse Motorsport. We see his score come up now, 74.67. Puts him into 3rd position, and I have a feeling these guys are going to have to push a little bit harder on their second run, Mike. Next up, Josh Payne.
3rd place yesterday. Another guy that was just Mr. Consistent lap after lap. Did some serious dives in the chase position, and I really can't wait to see Josh mix it up the pros today.
Going to be absolutely awesome, and look at this, the huge flick but then didn't quite make it. I think maybe it's a little bit grippier today than it was yesterday. It's definitely a little bit sunnier.
It's definitely warmer, yeah. The track temperatures out there are really warm. Yeah,
there's a little bit more grip in these cars today, and I imagine they would have gripped it up to play with the pros today, so maybe struggling with that just ever so slightly, but still a solid run for Josh Payne as he comes across the line. Mainly in the B and C lines, I would say, most of the clipping points, but a solid run nonetheless, and he gets an 83.33, putting him to 1st position so far. He is sponsored by Holdfast USA, Keep Pushing, Steve Follows Building Services and CTM. Up now we have Jack Mawhinney.
Jack was having mechanical issues all morning. He said the car wouldn't rev past 4,000, so he didn't know what to do. I was hoping the guys have it fixed. He said if he's on the line, it could be fixed.
He had a split boost pipe.
Was it?
Yeah.
Okay, you were obviously there after me. There was not much going on in the paddock. We were all running around separately, me, Mike and Michelle, trying to get all the gossip, but luckily Jack's here. He took 1st place yesterday, drove like a boss, and what can he do today with the pros? Throws it in nice and fast with Jack. Sounds like he has that car back working, Mike. Bringing it down slowly into the first hip, and lovely A-line through the clip 4 there. On for the transition out wide. You see now he starts to come to the middle of the track. Lining himself up for 6. Foot to floor, maybe a bit of an upshift just as he makes it out to 7, but great run for Jack Mawhinney.
Yeah, nice line by Jack Mawhinney. Good solid line. We're in the the high 80s. We'll see what the final score comes in at. Jack is sponsored by Ian Hamilton, Quirk UPVC, Hopwood Motorsport, Super Seal Windows, Floors for Living, Ennis Glass, RMA Motorsport, Conor McGinley Windows and Doors, Best Water, Max Speeding Rods. And he comes in with a score of
86, because I was watching it because I knew you weren't. Next up, we have Charlie Hume.
Charlie Hume absolutely killing it this
All the
morning.
styles, the entries he's pulled in between clip 1 and 2, and I hope he does it again,
Yeah,
like he
look at the
does.
style.
Yes, by Charlie, throwing it in, huge angle, loads of
Yeah,
speed,
beautiful. Look at this.
using the lock to slow the car
Yeah,
down there.
absolutely
Lovely.
not even a hint of handbrake coming slowing down into that part. So we're into the pros now, Mike, and we see a little bit of a difference in the driving as these guys come through the final clipping point. Charlie Hume putting the hammer down, still an SR20, and this thing's not the most powerful car in the world, but a good run from Charlie Hume.
See, he's happy with that, hand out the window, going mad.
Yeah, he is sponsored by Kenda Tyres, DY Engine Services, Haltech, Garage 21, XDR Motorsport, Wow Graphics, Eclipse Motorsport, Retro Speed Shop, TS12 Motors, Rotor Wheels, AB Autoworks, JGB Commercials, and Team 666 comes in with a score of 86, Mike.
Yeah. And next up, we have Dave Egan in Stu Egdal's S14.
Dave Egan's in Stu.
Guess what happened? Mechanical failures in the paddock this morning again, Mike. Unfortunately, the Corvette clutch, Josh Holdsworth maybe pedalled a little bit too hard yesterday. It was slipping this morning. But we have Dave. No, actually, it wasn't Josh's fault. Josh drove like a boss. But Dave's in Stu's car, and we're going to see what he can do
He's
here.
had one practice run. I think
he
made
two
practice runs. Look at Dave go, the pace of him with his car. Can he keep it on the concrete? That concrete is extremely slippery, ladies and gentlemen, and it shows just about hanging on to it. But a really good line from Dave Egan.
He's doing absolutely everything to keep this just some way online.
He's doing a fantastic job. He's had 2 laps in this car, and it's not an easy car to get to grips with. None of these pro cars, they're all set up individually for the drivers, and none of them are able. It's a very difficult car just to jump into. Doesn't matter who you
So
are.
a 76 for David puts him into 6th position.
He is sponsored by Link ECU, Moorfields Motors, Mobile One, Strom Wheels, Tyre Box, BC Racing, Curran Motors, FDF Motorsport. And up now we have Josh Moore.
Seen this car yesterday?
Yeah,
By
Zach
Zach
Barker
Barker.
yesterday, driven by Zach Barker.
Josh is in it today.
M50 Turbo, and let's see what Josh can do in his own car. Nice angle, very
Lovely into that
beautiful
section
line.
by Josh.
Very nice line so far by Josh Moore. Technically, yeah, beautiful. Oh, just a tiny bit on the inside of that last corner, but apart from that, a good side run and a little bit late on the last inside clip. Just hurting his score a little bit there. He's sponsored by 7 Days Performance, Hopwood Motorsport, Jay's Garage Motorsport, ECU Masters UK, Science FX, Colourcoat Norfolk, LB Restoration, and Paint. He gets a 79.67. Came in so well and just fell apart a little bit at the end of that run there.
A bit to tidy up before the second one.
Yeah.
That's the technical terms, Michael.
Yes. Okay. Thank you for reminding me, Mike.
So up next we have the crazy drift kid.
The young Archie Harmer.
Archie
in
is.
his M50 Turbo, another M50 Turbo E36.
We love watching Archie drive. He's such an aggressive driver. He's all about the flair and really hard chasing. But let's see what he can do in qualifying. Nice flick in out the airline, full throttle through the first section from Archie. This is lovely, Mike. As he comes into the decel zone, does a good job to slow the car down and keeps it wide, avoids the tyres. Nice through the last transition. Oh, I think this could be a high scoring run.
Yeah, I think there was just a tiny little mistake right at the start where he cut the track just a little bit, but which hurt his score to begin with. But the rest of the run very tidy. He is sponsored by Farstar Auto Finesse, Fev Fire Extinguisher, CDK Tuning, RJ Motorsport, DH Tuning, BZ Media, CG Motorsport, Tucked Automotive, EMS, WP Recovery, Gosslis Engineering, and PO Performance. He gets a score of 79.33, putting him into 6th position. Up now we have someone who's doing some very exciting runs in
We're going to
practice
say this straight out. You're all just going for a quick trip to Japan because look at the style of this car. Matthew's driving it like a boss.
Yeah,
the entries is so good. Like it's so good. I really hope that you can get together now for qualifying.
This is a very different Matthew Steele to what we've seen in years gone past. If he pulls it,
nice angle the whole way through.
Go on, Matthew, can you pull this bit off? Come on, just the angle to slow it down. I think it could have had a little bit of a deeper line there, but oh no!
So he was literally telling us this morning in briefing. When he comes to that section of the track, he has to go from 2nd to 3rd, and he broke a synchro yesterday. And he says it's just so difficult to get in.
Yeah,
and here it goes out to him then with that one.
And he was managing it this morning by putting it in third gear early and just literally beating the death out of the clutch. But anyway, he is sponsored by his friends, not sponsors. Stacked Racing Livery, Big Deer Customs, Hinton Vehicle Services, DY Engines, shirt stuck in Image B K98 Media. Sadly, he did not get a score. Up now is Nathan Chivers.
This car is just a credit to everyone that's involved. It's one of the nicest builds I've ever seen, and it is going so well today. Look at the speed of Chivers coming in. B9, small bit of a straight line entry, but he does well to get it back on angle into the diesel zone. Very shallow.
Yeah,
just came in a bit too hot there for the first diesel zone and ended up in the wrong part of the track, Mike.
Yeah, just unfortunate. Just unfortunate, yeah, for Nathan Chivers.
But Nathan's a well-capable driver. He'll pull back in the second run, and I would expect a high-scoring run from Nathan.
Ricardo's really fantastic, and Nathan Chivers, such a lovely bloke as well. It's a pleasure to have him. He is sponsored by Quaith Engineering, Liquid Moly, and High Caliber Detailing. And just look how good that car looks.
Yeah. Ooh, such a nice presented car, like.
So, unfortunately, Nathan Chivers having to try a bit harder on his next run. Up now we have a favourite of mine.
It's a favourite of mine.
No, Mike, you can't claim that.
Can it be our favourite? We both said it this morning at the same time.
No, we're not allowed to.
It was like a jinx
Scott
moment.
Cartledge in this beautiful ES13. Huge start. Massive finesse. Okay, cut the track a little bit there. Maybe dropping a couple of points, but it should make them up for style just by themselves. Comes absolutely thundering through the middle part of the track. And this car has so much power as he comes across the line. He is sponsored by Vossner Pistons, Birchwood Motor Co, Pulsar Turbo, Ram Air Filters, Rotor Wheels, and CG Motorsport. And that car sounds absolutely fantastic because it has a Walton Motorsport manifold on it.
Has a Walton
shameless plug.
Okay, so we see how today is going to start.
77 points for Scott Cartledge, puts him into 7th position so far. Now we have Tom Van Beek, another car with a Walton Motorsport exhaust manifold on it, sounding absolutely fantastic on the grid today. He is an MX-5, still with the standard MX-5 engine. Well, it's not quite standard, but it still has the MX-5 engine there. It's flying through the first part of the track on an absolutely blinding line. Nice and wide, comes through clip 4, a little bit shallow there, yeah. Clip 4, and you get your transition done early, a little bit shallow on 5 as well. Gives that thing a clutch kick through the last corner.
Look at the smoke coming
from that MX-5.
Wow, and it sounds amazing, Mike. Sounds amazing.
You can't deny that. He is sponsored by Destroyer Die and Bailey Performance, and comes in with a score of 87 points.
Up into first place. It's only getting good. It's just going to keep getting bigger and bigger from here, Mike.
Just keep getting bigger and bigger.
I'm really trying to keep my excitement down. It's too. I can't start losing my voice in qualifying.
And we have Martin Wanacott up next, also sporting a Walton Motorsport exhaust manifold.
So that's 3 in a row that sound amazing in my opinion.
In his commentary info, he says, old git, nothing funny about him. That's all. That's what he says. That's a lie, because he's a nice guy. Let's have a look at his massive. Oh, that's a huge car to be throwing around like that. There's bits flapping off it. I imagine he's seen a wall this morning already once or twice. Can he hold on to this? Slowing up quite a lot. A little bit shallow on clip 4. Makes clip 5 quite nice. He's comes on rotation. He needs to hold on to this, put the hammer down, and get round the last corner. He does.
Yeah, you can see the judges scoring, the live score, and it drops a good bit, Mike. Once that last hairpin was a big over rotation for Martin.
Yeah, that's it. He's sponsored by Betty's Surf Shop. Title sponsors Liquid Moly, Zorsworks, Figs Engineering, Exo Racing, Advocate Motorsport, Hell Motorsport, Lee Smart Racing, Rapworks, Nail and Beauty Gallery, Volkscraft, Metal Finish Masters, and he gets a score of 70.33.
Up next.
Now, Drift Smurf. No, it's not Drift Smurf.
It's not Drift Smurf.
It's Oliver Baker in Drift Smurf's car, Matthew Holder's car.
Fair play to Matthew Holder.
So this is another breakage, and we're just throwing the cars out here. It just goes to show the camaraderie.
The camaraderie. It was brilliant.
Yeah, just drive my car.
There was guys taking cars off trailers like 20 minutes before qualifying to give the drivers. So it's a credit to all the Pro 2 drivers who stepped up and helped out, and big up to Smurf. But look at Oliver Baker! And Smurf a back bumper. Showing that green bar on the back of it. Oh, I can't believe he's a green bar on the back of a blue car. Whoa, who would do that?
Yeah, he's painted the bar, Mike.
He actually painted it black just so I wouldn't say it.
You would have thought he painted blue.
Yeah, I know, yeah. Come on, Smurf.
Oliver Baker, sponsored by Clean Freaks, BZ Media, Extreme BHP, Bakerland Studio, RB Automotive Services, RS&C Armstrong Limited, DPW Services, Morgan Plastering, AAW Recovery and Transport Services, Elite Performance Tuning, and Learn to Drift. Whew, he gets a score of 0, unfortunately. Up now we have Christian's Burkhoff's.
In the Pontiac.
In the Pontiac, a supercharged 750 horsepower LSX in this thing.
And it's just so cool to look at when the front's off, looking into the engine bay. The work on this car is amazing. But look at Christians, he comes in, trying to wheel there, throwing in wide, but does well to keep it on the track. Absolutely flat into the diesel run. Small dab of the handbrake. It's a big car to slow down. Mike, listen, that's a lovely.
Hold on to it.
He can.
Does. Oh, no. Look like he's going that fast, but I think it might be deceptive. I think he might actually be going a bit faster because the car's so big. Christian Burkhoff is 2021 Northern European champion from Latvia. He is sponsored by Amex Sports and Drift for You. He comes in with a score of 86.67.
Second place, not bad.
Not bad at all.
Up next we have Jamie Stanton.
Jamie Stanton.
Round by round, just gets better and better, faster and faster, and the chase driving he was doing this morning was just, it was just unbelievable to watch. So I'm really excited to watch Jamie in battle action later on.
Yeah, let's have a look. Huge style from Jamie Stanton as he throws it in to that first corner, getting clip 2 absolutely perfectly. A long handbrake drag into clip 3 though.
He slows it down, keeps it deep, and does a good job to avoid the tyres, Mike.
Stays exactly on line, even though there was a big handbrake drag. Yeah, that's a nice line as well from clip 6 and across clip 7 over the line. All on it, all on the A-line there, Mike.
All on the A-line.
He is sponsored by Fibre Factory, Illmotion Driftworks, Empire Sandblasting and Powder Coating, EMS and Pulsar Turbo. He gets a score of 82.33, putting him into 6th place so far. Up next we have Martin Cowley. Martin Cowley in this JZ powered S14. Oh yeah, aligned up and off.
Lovely car of Martins, and look at this flick, huge initiation on the A-line, absolute full throttle through 2. See him come into the diesel zone now, does a very good job to slow that car down, Mike.
Oh, using loads of block, make sure it does rotate. Oh yeah, just about hangs on to that as it comes through the second hairpin.
This is a fast run from Cowley, and the judges are really liking it. If you could see the live story, you know what I'm talking about. Wow, that's a brilliant run from Martin Cowley.
Yeah, very fast.
Very fast.
Always a very quick car, Martin Cowley. He gets a score of 89 points, putting him into 1st place so far, ladies and gentlemen. He is sponsored by Turbo Technics, Gear Motive, Autoworks Performance and Fabrication, and TM Detailing. Now, this is a guy that I think could podium today, Mike. I'm just going to throw that out there now. I'm going to get it out there now.
Okay.
He is driving.
I believe you.
Unbelievably.
Yeah.
Absolutely unbelievably. Stefan Stefanov in his dream car giveaways. S13.
Oh no, what happened there?
No.
Okay, we're just going to put it out there. That's Mike Walton's fault. That's Mike Walton's fault.
I am so sorry.
Stefan, the speed he was carrying when we were standing on the inside of clip 2 there this morning in practice, the speed he was carrying through was like no one else.
He is sponsored by Dream Car Giveaways, Fix Auto, Pershaw Vehicle, Dr. Baltic Hot Tubs, SCM Remaps, and I have no idea.
Does he have a hot tub sponsor?
He does.
Wow.
Baltic Hot Tubs.
I wonder what sort of hot tub he has, and why is he not bringing one to the pits?
That's a very good question.
Or to our trailer. We could just sit in a hot tub doing this.
That would be awesome.
It'd be awesome.
I'm not sure how all this electric gizmos would work.
We'll figure it out.
Anyway, up now we have wee Stu Adsley.
Stu is like the only driver I think I've said, you need to calm down a bit. Because you're coming in hot. Stu is a man on a mission this weekend, and he is doing some wicked entries. Look at this, Mike. Absolute full throttle from the Manji. No lift whatsoever.
Yeah,
no lift. That is brilliant by Stu. We could be looking at a high-scoring run here. Look at the smoke. He is blinding our cameras. We can hear the bank go mad as he's pushing up towards the second last clip. This is a whopper run from wee Stu. I just can't believe he held it.
Yeah, absolutely amazing stuff from Stu Adsley. How did he come through that? He barely backed off the throttle into the first hairpin. Unbelievable. 90 points puts him in first place. He is sponsored by GG Automotive, Ferguson and Monroe Roofing, CMT Contractor, Rock Oil, My Fiance Letting Me Blaze the Bank Account. His fiance lets him blaze the bank.
And his fiance is a spotter as well, and she said that's why he's going to do so well today, because she's in his ear.
Okay. Well, he's definitely working. Up now, Steve McConnell, another awesome sounding car with a fantastic exhaust manifold on it.
Where's the manifold from?
Cool, calm and collected as Steve McConnell. He is here with his wife and child as well this weekend.
You see Steve, nice big flick. B-line on clip 1, but he does well to hold it. Not holding a big angle through there, but he is very fast, Mike.
Yeah, he's extremely
good job to
fast.
slow that car down now.
Yeah, don't have to use the handbrake a little bit there to slow the car down, as you say. Comes through that last corner and just puts his foot down, smokes out the bank and across the line. He could have neated that up a little bit.
Yeah. It was a very safe run.
Yeah.
It's a score on the board, and it's a high enough score on the board. It's a 77.67, puts him into 12th.
Sponsored by Treads Garage, Walton Motorsport, Peregrine Performance, Lee Smart Racing, SA Key Wax, Madcan Energy, Dynatune, Emerson Garage, Blackworks, Body Shop, and Cybele something.
Okay. You said Stefan Stefanoff. You thought he was going to go on the podium.
Yeah.
I don't want to say it because of what happened when you said it, but the next car, in my opinion, should go very well today because he is driving like an animal, and it is Tomas Kiley. Second place at the last round. Him and Dylan Garvey, that final was just unbelievable, and the chase runs he is doing this weekend is just insane.
Well, we shall see. Let's hope we haven't cursed someone else here.
I probably should have said
Tomas Kiley leaves the line in that. Oh,
big flick from Kiley.
Huge flick from Kiley. A little bit on the inside of the track then, having to dial loads of angle on, using just the momentum of the car. This is absolutely beautiful, ladies and gentlemen. Through the first hairpin, flicks it back to the second hairpin on a perfect line now. As it comes through clip 6, smokes it out from clip 7. Massive score from Tomas Kiley.
The judges liked that one, and I don't know why they wouldn't. he
is sponsored by Drift 2 Motorsport. Comes in with a score 93.33. Mike putting him in first position so far. Up now we have a lunatic, a madman.
A madman.
Unhinged, people called him.
Yep. His favourite caption is, I have no brain. When he says that to me, I laugh. It is Scales. He is wild. He is coming in harder than anyone this weekend, and he is mad for that top step. Look at the speed of the Scales through that first section, Mike.
Oh, wow.
Absolutely smoking the place out of it. How did he slow that E30 down?
Yeah, he's going a little bit of a shallow line there through the clips 4 and 5. We're pulling it together again through clip 6 and clip 7 and smoking it out. Look at the speed and the smoke coming off the back of Arumas Vasquez' car. Not the tidiest run we've seen, but still high scoring. He is sponsored by Individual Racing Parts, Samsoners, FCP Engineering, Turbo Systems, Powerful Force Limited, VEMS powered by Commuto, Trias Tyres, 69 Performance and VA Piling. He gets a score of 81.67, putting him into 10th position so far. Up next is Robbie Burgoyne.
We thought Robbie was a guy that was out earlier on.
Yeah.
I don't know what was wrong with the car. He had a head-on collision with Scott Carter's high burst rad and stuff like that. Turns out it wasn't as bad, and he's back, and look at this.
Yeah. Flying in that very special 1 Series he's got there. He's got a S63 B44 twin turbo V8 under the bonnet of this thing. It's a flat plane V8, which is why it sounds a little bit grumbly, but he makes it work, and listen to that come around the final corner. It's absolutely flying, and a very solid run from Robbie.
Yeah, great run from Robbie.
He is sponsored by H&J Burgoyne Limited, Car and Van Sales, Hire Drive, Accident Repair Centre, James Patterson and Sons, Plumbing and Heating, and D.A. Gilmore, Clerk of Works. He gets a score of 82, putting him into 10th position. Another driver, Mike, that I know you're going to want to talk about.
Look, I've been saying this since last year. Dylan Garvey's coming over here and he's coming for a championship, and I actually think Dylan Garvey is really a strong contender for winning this championship this year. He's just a new Dylan. He's on a new level, and I don't want to curse him, so I'm not going to talk anymore. We'll just leave it at that.
Is he better than Smasky? Oh, 3-3. Can he beat him?
If anyone's going to do it, it could be Dylan.
All right, well, let's see. Oh, look on the other side of the track. A massive entry around the first corner. Can he maintain this sort of thing around the rest of the track? I think he can. As a nice and deep through clipboard, using all of the lock of the car. The style of this run, absolutely fantastic. As he comes around the final corner through clip 6, smokes the bank out again for everyone here at Teesside. And he gets a very high score. This is going to be close, Mike.
Dylan Garvey.
93.33 he needs to beat Tomas Kiley. 93.67, ladies and gentlemen, puts him into first position.
Oh, Kylie's coming hard for a second run.
He is sponsored by 59 North Wheels, Turbo Zentrum, Gear Motive, Holtec, DMM Sport, Funk Motorsport, PTG, Bailey Machinery Sales, JLD, 24/7 Watch, and Garvey... Tree Care. Garvey, thanks, Mike.
No problem. The graphic change, that's probably the only one of the sponsors I know, because that's his brother David Garvey's company.
Right, up now we have Craig McLeod. He has 81 points, currently sat in 13th position. What will we... I think we're going to see something...
What's going on with the door?
Yeah, what is going on with the door?
I know he had, like, him and Danny Wyman was just carnage. I don't think it's open because it's closed at the top but open at the bottom, but someone needs a big hammer. Anyways, Craig's coming in, throws it in fast. Not a bit of braking at all, Mike. Just using the momentum to get it into the drift. Carrying huge speed into the D-cell zone and doing a good job to slow that car down. Little bit shallow there at clip 4, but how can he do it as he comes in for 5, gets back onto the proper line? So we see him pushing hard. I'm still very confused what's going on with that door, Mike. I'm like, I need to know.
Is it open?
Is it open? Is it closed?
Is there a rat?
Is that a Rambo door he's after putting on it? I just want to know what's going on here. But a brilliant run from Craig.
81 on his first run. Can he improve? Not quite, very close. A very consistent 80.67 on his second run. He remains in 13th position so far. Up next,
it's Harvey
we
Moore.
have Harvey Moore.
Drift for you, E36.
Yeah,
this is some car.
Top 8 yesterday, manages to come in today. LS3 powered E36. And we see him leave the line. He currently has 76.67 on the board. We want to see an improvement on that from Harvey Moore. He's quite wide there,
but he holds it.
He holds on to it. You just see him spin up those tyres, kick the clutch, pouring smoke out through that first hairpin. Comes around the second part of the track, tidy enough, Mike.
It's not a bad run from Harvey, not a bad run at all. Hey, it was his 20th birthday yesterday. This is a dream weekend for him to be driving with the pros today.
76.67, 78.67 for his second run. A small improvement, putting him up into 16th position. Up now we have Igis Vanilga in that 300 ZX. VG30 DTT, that's the only one of these engines. That's a standard engine in 300 ZX twin turbo, by the way. I've never seen one of those in drifting before because they usually get too hot and just melt and die and explode.
Well,
and they're really hard to get past.
Why are we taking notes from this guy? Because his is flying for 2 days here.
Yeah, 750 horsepower in his 300 ZX, and he uses every single one of them going through the track. He absolutely flying through the second hairpin, grabs another gear through that clipping point and puts the pedal to the metal around the last corner. 80s, whoa, low 80s. I thought it might have been mid to high 80s then, but just dropping a couple points right at the end there. 74.67 on his first run. I imagine that's going to be improvement. It is 82.33, puts him into 10th position so far. Up next, Josh Payne, Mike.
Josh Payne, still driving off that dream day yesterday, driving like a boss all day, and we're really excited. He scored an 83 in his first run. He's sitting in 9th in Pro. Just let that sink in. That's a dream weekend for you.
Extremely happy.
He's extremely happy. He's that happy, it's actually painful. As we see Josh coming down, throwing it in. Big angle, look, he's on full lock coming through clip 2. And he is not lifted whatsoever coming into the D-cell zone.
Big handbrake drag though to slow the car down. Can he make it? It doesn't make it out to clip 4, Mike.
He just ended up in the wrong part of the track there, yeah. I think he carried too much speed down into the D-cell zone. He had to lock on all brakes. Does a good job to get it back onto the second half of this run, but don't think that's going to top his first one.
No, 83.33 in his first run. Second one confirmed at 80 points, so doesn't improve on his first run, unfortunately. Still fairly consistent score, though.
Yep, definitely.
Up next we have Jack Mawhinney.
It's like our computer just froze here in front of us. We don't know what to talk about. We're still looking at the graphic and the information hasn't changed. There we go.
Jack Mawhinney is warming his tyres up.
It looks like... Now, to me, that's Charlie Hume driving around Jack Mawhinney's car.
Do we have a problem with Jack Mawhinney?
Charlie looks like he's warming up, so that would tell me that, you know, you have to be... There's a designated spot. If you ain't ready to go at that time, that's it. No, we're moving on to Charlie Hume.
So Jack Mawhinney had 84 points. If he can get that car working again, he should still be up there. Charlie Hume currently sat in 8th position with 86 points. If it stays as he stands at the minute, he is going straight through into the top 16 today.
I'm really hoping Charlie does these big flicks.
And I think we'll see a little bit of an improvement here if I know anything about Charlie. Huge flick from that SR20 powered S13,
massive
using
angle
all of the lock. Nice and deep through clip 4, transitions beautifully through clip 5. Exactly where the judges want him to be on the track. Tiny bit of a straighten just before clip 6. Not really straighten, but less angle through clip 6 as he puts the hammer down and over the line. He scored 86 points on his first run, and I think it's going to be very similar. 86 points for his second run, exactly
Mr.
similar.
Consistency. So, up next we have Dave Egan. He's on his 4th lap in this car now, and it turns out it's his 2nd qualifying run. Hopefully, you know, that's it, Dave. Light a candle, say a prayer. I have the rosary beads here for you. Just unfortunately he couldn't get that Kern Motors Corvette out in time, but yeah, Stu Egdell giving him the drift, or his S14. It's crazy camaraderie in the pits, like it really is. Like, imagine giving your car to someone going, hey, just drive it, especially on a track like this.
Yeah, and he's doing a fantastic job. Just look at his hands working away at the wheel there, just struggling. Come on, Dave, keep out tyres. Oh, come on. Oh,
right.
How?
Look at the clip point hanging off the spoiler.
How did he hold on to that? That was absolutely unbelievable, ladies and gentlemen. Just kept his rear tyres off the tyre. If the back of that car actually existed in real life, that would have been a real problem for him. 76.33 on his first run. 70.67 on his second run. He is lucky to get away with that.
Yeah, very, very lucky to get away with that. And I would assume all our track marshals now are out doing the big clean up in aisle 4. Or clip 4 as we like to say it. So you see all the tyres there on the left hand side.
Yeah, he's just absolutely piled them up.
Dave, like, you think he'd do like a Matt Denham and come back and clean up with everyone, wouldn't you?
Look at this. Look at, he's just,
but you know what?
Literally bouncing off the tyres. Look how precise this is as well. Just pushes them over at the end there. But
if he had have let off there, he would have been stuck on top of them tyres, or he could have been on the roof.
Yeah.
So the fact he kept foot in was the only way he got away with that.
Yeah, exactly. So we'll just get those tyres put back in place for our next contender, like Josh Moore.
Contenders ready.
Contenders ready.
I think we're still waiting for the clean up, are we, Mike? Yeah.
I think.
Stick your head out the window there and have a look.
I'm trying.
You can open the window though. You do know that, yeah?
I don't know how.
It's just slides. Like there's a clip in the middle there.
Oh, yeah.
You build cars and you don't know how to open a window.
It just opens the mesh there.
There you go. Big round of applause for Mike Walton for opening the window, everybody. You actually got a round of applause.
I actually did. Yeah, I think they've got the tyre wall ready for our next run. Josh Moore, as he leaves the line now.
Turns out we didn't need you to look.
Leaves the line. Huge flick from Josh Moore as he comes through the first and second clipping point exactly where he needs to be. Can he keep the tyres off the concrete? Ever so slightly top of the tyre. But nice through clip 4, makes the transition a little bit late through there, but coming onto clip 6 again and across the line. It puts the pedal down and a solid run for Josh Moore.
Yeah, Josh going to be happy with that 79 in his first run, so he's definitely improved.
79 in his first one, 82 on his second run, putting him into 12th position. And next up, we have the young Archie Harmer, mate.
That crazy drift kid. It's literally the best Instagram name ever because it sums him up perfect. Archie, oh, he's telling me he's going for number 1. You've seen it, Mike?
He's going for first place. 79.33 in his first run. He reckons he's going for first place, so he needs to beat 93.67 from Dylan Garvey if we're going to see that.
We're going to see something absolutely wild from Archie. Look at this huge flick in, throwing it backwards. Not as much angle as his last run through clip 1 to 2, but he drops a wheel coming into the Teesside zone. He's very fast though, Mike. Look at this on A-lines, pushing all the way around the first hairpin. Can he get together now on the transition? Nice transition. Perfect line through the second section. Yeah, maybe just the only downfall was that 1 to 2 he was a little bit straight.
Yeah. Not quite first position, but a valiant effort nonetheless.
Valiant effort, yeah.
77.33 doesn't improve on his first run. He remains in 16th position. Up now we have the man of style.
The man of steel. The man of steel. That just came to me right there. You've seen how quick I jumped up.
Very good.
Mitto's got a new nickname.
So 0 points on his first run. We know he can do it. We've seen him do it in practice this morning. It looked absolutely fantastic. Can he hold the nerves and do it in qualifying today? Come on, I'll just head to him.
Yeah, we're just big flick.
Right now we see the big angle. Can he hold on to it? Oh, he's being very tentative. I think he just wants to get a score on the board and not do his huge wild backwards into the first maneuver. But he will get a score on the board, ladies and gentlemen.
Big clutch kick to get it over the line.
Huge clutch kick over the line. So a 0 to beat, and he definitely does that with 78.33, putting him into 18th position. He will be in the competition, Mike.
Good.
Next up.
One of the nicest cars on the grid.
Yeah, beautiful.
Just look at it, Mike. It's so cool.
Everything's perfect.
Yeah.
Like, you go and have a look at all the door shut lines, everything about the car is just absolutely spot on. It looks beautiful.
Nathan, unfortunately, on a 0 after his first run, so he's out in the second. Nice first section. He's carrying good speed. A little bit of a hesitation coming in, which made him go shallow.
Oh, come on, hold on. Come on, Nathan, hold on.
Just one more corner, make it around. So he puts foot to floor. Listen to the screams of that V8, Mike.
Yeah, as he comes around the final corner.
Wow, smoking the bank over. Sketchy middle section.
He does get a score on the board, Mike.
But a sketchy middle section.
72.33 puts him into 22nd position. A bit of a sketcy run from Nathan Chippers, but a run nonetheless. Up now, Scott Cartledge. Scott Cartledge sat on 77 points so far.
Scott did the wildest initiation of anyone so far in qualifying, and I think that's actually affected the score. He went a bit too wild, so hopefully he tones it back down.
No,
Never mind, he's going wilder. Look at this from Scott Cartledge. Absolutely flat through the middle section. Doing a great job to slow down. No!
Hold on to it.
He does what? That defies physics. But he's back on line. He's smoking the place out of it. His score dropped a small bit from that bit of an over rotation, but he does a good job to keep a score on the board. Yeah. And what a run from Scott Cartledge.
Ow, that's just magic.
We both thought he was gone.
Yeah, definitely. Anyone else, that would have been a spin, but nope, Scott Cartledge, he manages to carry on. 75.67 on his second run. He remains in 20th position. Up now, we have Tom Van Beek in the mighty MX-5.
Sitting in 5th position with an 87.
Yeah.
And I do think he can go higher.
Well, let's see. It's a technically very good run last time, so... And loads of smoke coming out the back of this MX-5. That's a standard MX-5 engine. Pretty much, yeah. MX-5 I think it's got a head gasket done or something like that. Comes flying down. Huge flick from Tom Van Beek. Look at the style this guy has as he comes through, almost not using the brake at all as he comes through into the first hairpin. Nice and wide. Can he transition nicely? Making use of that snappy chassis the MX-5 has. Puts the foot flat to the floor. Kick it. And across. Through clip 7 and across the line. Wow.
What a run from Tom. Like, that was just fast. Bit of an over-rotation on the second hairpin. I think his score was affected
I think
there.
that did hit his score a little bit. I mean, it looked fantastic to us, but I think that did affect his score a little bit. 87 on his first run, not quite there in his second run. Oh, the judges are just having a little bit of a debate here. Having a good think about it.
They're having a good think about it.
.67 for his second run, so yeah, definitely not an improvement. And we move on to Martin Wonnacott, who is sat on a 70.33, uncharacteristically low score.
He's in 23rd position as well, so he does want to get higher up the ranking. Just get away from that danger zone.
Can he keep the momentum in the car as he comes down into clip 3? Needs to be a little bit wide for clip 4. Makes it through clip 4. Get away. Get the transition done early, Martin. Yes, there we go. Into the middle of the track. Exactly where the judges wanted him as he comes through the final clip. Through clip 7 and over the line. This could be a high score, Mike.
Yeah, I think Martin's going to go from the danger zone to not far off the top.
Yeah.
It was a great run from Martin.
70.33, 91.33 puts him all the way up into 3rd position. And that's the improvement we were looking for, Mike.
That's what needed to be done. Okay. It's not Smurf.
Nope, it's Oliver Baker.
He's on
Oliver
0
Baker
from his first run.
Yeah.
He hit the tyres, remember, and took the bumper off, so we're really rooting for Ollie here. He won our heart at round 1 in Teesside. Can he do the same today in a borrowed car, Mike?
A bit of a handbrake drag on clip 1. Clip 2 looks okay as he comes down into clip 3. This is looking a lot better, Mike. Can he hold on to it through clip 4? Yes. Getting the transition done nicely. Quite wide around the second hairpin. As he comes through, much tidier lap, definitely just wanting to get a score on the board. Misses clip 7 entirely and goes across the line.
Had his hand out the window, I forgot about clip 7 there.
Yeah, hand out the window too early, mate. And yeah, he just completely missed clip 7.
Too soon, Junior.
Too soon, and comes in with a fairly low score of 71, putting him into 24th position. Up next is this mental-looking Pontiac.
Insane. It looks like a spaceship going around the track.
It looks like a bumper car from like a fairground ride, but really, really cool version.
And very fast.
Yeah. Yeah, definitely fast. Look at this thing absolutely thundering down.
He's thrown it in massive angle. He's a small bit in the centre of the track, has to stay on the handbrake to get back on line. He does, but his score should be affected a small bit by that. He does a nice job in the first hairpin, throwing it out wide. But like he's still, Mike, very fast through this run.
Yeah, so fast. Absolutely flying.
The speed he carried through them hairpins, even with the over rotations, is like,
yeah,
it's a credit to that car. Wow. So he scored an 86 in his first run.
And an 88 on his second run, putting him into 6th position, Mike. Very high score, very good score. Up now we have Jamie Stanton. In his 1JZ powered E36.
Jamie's currently in 12th with an 82, so he's going to want to get higher up that order. As he throws it in, big angle, big lock. A lot of speed.
Huge flick the other direction. That was a very snappy transition. What happened there, Mike?
What happened there, Mike? You're the technical one. You explain that to me, because I don't know what happened.
No idea.
It just looked like it puffed out orange smoke from parts of the car or something.
Yeah. I don't know, it seems to be going fine. Let's not delve into it too much. As he crosses the line, a good run from Jamie Stanton. We're a bit confused as to what happened. Not quite as good as his first run, 78.33. 11th position for him. Up next is Martin Cowley.
Cowley's want to go back on top. He was first. He's down to 5th now.
He's going to be aiming to go on top.
He's going to be aiming for top, and this is going to be a very, very fast run.
Yeah. All Martin Cowley's runs are extremely fast. When he's in the lead position, you've got to really be paired with him.
Finished 4th at the last round in Scotland, so he's going to be hoping for a podium this weekend. And look at the speed of that, Mike. Absolutely.
The pace on it.
What a pace.
Beautiful line as well from Martin Cowley. Just keeping it off of that concrete. This is absolutely perfect as he comes through the second hairpin. Loads of lock, just slightly off of clip 6, arm out the window again. Manages to make clip 7 with the arm out the window. But I don't think he's going to improve on his first score, Mike. No, 85.33. He remains in that 5th position. Now, Stefan Stefanov, please tell me they've got the car ready.
Well,
and it is going to work.
He's on a 0.
So they broke their gearbox on Friday. It was a brand new gearbox. It did 6 runs and they blew it up. I don't know what gearbox it was, but it blew up. Anyway, come on, Stefan. We've seen some awesome stuff this morning. If the car can hold together, we're going to see something amazing. And we do. Look at that speed and angle of Christian Burkle, Stefan Stefanov, sorry, as he comes through into that first hairpin. So much angle. Look at the smoke billowing off of the back of that S13 as he comes around the second part of the track and overline the pace of it, Mike.
The live stream cameras can barely keep up with him there. That's what we've been watching for 2 days. I'm happy everyone at home got to see it. So fast. 74 points though on his second run. Must have made a few mistakes that we didn't see through the smoke, Mike. Yeah, he was that quick and only the cameras could keep up with him. Yeah. Well, I imagine the judges must have been. If we weren't, they must have been. So next up, we will have Stu Adsley. The Wild. The madman. Look, take off the remaining of that bumper. Where you're going, you don't need bumpers. So he currently is sat in 4th position with 90 points. And he definitely wants to go higher. Yeah, he's not a guy to just go, 90 points, that's fine. I'm happy with that. Yeah, I'm happy with that. No. That's not Stu. It's not how we work here. No, it doesn't work that way. So just making sure we don't have to pull any more bits off of his car. Gets the okay from Lee Colgate and a start line Marshall. Just clipping the cone. Listen to the bangs. Huge wild entry there. Quite a lot of pace from Stu Adsley as well, and look at that angle. Oh, the perfection of that as he came for clip 3. How did he slow that down? That was unbelievable, Mike. Yeah, that was still on full throttle as well. I thought he was gone there. This is a brilliant run from Stu Adsley. He is absolutely leaving it all out on that track today. Just wow. That coming into that first hairpin, I was like, here we go. He's going to be on the tyres now. He didn't let off at all, not one bit. He scores an 89 on his second score. Maybe could tidy up a couple little bits and pieces, but just to not really let off into that first hairpin. He needs to tone it down a bit. Insane. He needs to tone it down a bit, like he definitely does. He's just coming in well too wild into them hairpins, but it's so fun to watch. Yeah, definitely. Up now we have Stephen McConnell, 77.67, 20th position. We know Stephen McConnell can do much better than that. We have seen him do much better than that, and we expect much better of Stephen McConnell. I love the way what it says in his booklet is financial mistake. That gets me every time. Yeah, it's the truth. It's the truth, but you won't change it. No, of course you won't. Yeah, defined mistake. Yeah. Well, let's see. Stephen McConnell really wanting to improve on that first score with a huge flick entry as he comes through, just kind of track ever so slightly through clip 2, makes it nicely through clip 3 though, even though a little bit of a drag of the handbrake. Comes through that transition, gets it done nice and early, finds himself in the middle of the track, just cutting the track ever so slightly through clip 6, 7 and over the line. Yeah, not a bad run from Steve. Another solid run by Stephen McConnell. Looks like in that little corner score, mid-80s, 84.33 confirmed, puts him into 10th position so far. Okay, up next, he was top qualifier for about 3 minutes and then Dylan Garvey rocked up. Tomas Kiley, he's going to be pushing hard. I'm really excited to see this one. He scored a 93 in his first run. What can he get in the second one, Mike.
Let's have a look.
Big flick from
a little bit of a handbrake drag on entry there. That's going to hurt his points a little bit, and he comes on to the tarmac, dropping 2 wheels and cutting the track again after clip 4. Falling apart now for Tomas Kylie. This is not the same run, same driver that we saw on the first run.
No, I think Tomas just came in a little bit harder this time, going for top step. He knew coming into the first hairpin he was going too fast. The experience driver, like, you know what? I'm already in second. Back off and save the car.
Yeah, so not an improvement. 82 points for Tomas Kylie. He remains in second place so far. Up next, we have Arumas Vasquez. He is currently sat in 16th position with 81.67, but he's quite, although he's a lunatic, he's quite calculated. He will get a score on the board, then do something wild, just like this, Mike. Look at the smoke pouring out the back of the car. Oh, look, he's going to drop a wheel, but managed to hold on to it. This is absolutely fantastic from the Lithuanian lunatic as it comes through the second hairpin. Hammered down now, a little bit of an upshift just before he comes on to the straight and over the line.
Wow. The smoke coming from the back of that BMW E30. It's just crazy.
81.67 in his first and 87.67. He jumps up into 7th position.
Okay, next up we've got Robbie Burgoyne. He got an 82 in his first run. He's currently sitting in 16th position. What can he do to push himself further up that order, Mike?
Oh, we're about to see a nice flick entry. A little bit of a dab of the handbrake from clip 1. No, unfortunately, as he comes through the second part of the track. Nicely through clip 3, maybe a touch wide. Nicely through 4 as well. Gets the transition done early, like we want to see, and finds himself in a beautiful part of the track there. Around the last corner, Mike.
That's a lovely run for Robbie, yeah. The judges are liking it. We can see on the live score, and it's going to be higher than his last run, which should bump him up a small bit up the order.
Just wait for that score to be confirmed. It comes in as a dead 88, putting him into 7th position now. Right.
And then there was one.
Our first place qualifier so far. Is he going to leave it at that, or is he just going to put this? A 93.67 Dylan Garvey has in the minute.
Dylan,
are we going to see something unbelievable? Listen to it go!
Dylan's
leaves the gate like a scorpion. Oh, look at that! Huge angle thrown by Dylan Garvey as he comes through. Oh, absolutely perfect.
How does he hold that?
Oh, this is a magnificent run.
This is a brilliant run from Dylan. He is putting it on. He's already a top qualifier. He doesn't even have to do this. But he's doing it anyway, just to prove a point that he's here to be your British Drift Championship this year.
That one was for the crowd.
That was for the crowd.
That was for the crowd.
It's actually
I
more.
hope you guys here appreciated that run, ladies and gentlemen. That was absolutely fantastic.
He's the most stylish farmer in Ireland, remember that.
The most stylish farmer in Ireland. Wow.
You think he's good in a drift car, you see him in a tractor.
So it doesn't improve and finishes with a 92 points. Still remains in first place. So we will
that was an
see.
exciting qualifying, that was now, I must admit. So unfortunately there's the drivers who didn't qualify. A lot of them were like Fionn Roche, Peter Hayden,
didn't even
Luke
make
Barker.
it to
They're
the
all
line.
mechanical failures, yeah.
So we go from 24th, Nathan Chivers, 23rd, Stefan Stefanov, 22nd, Dave Egan, 21st, Scott Cartledge, 20th, Matthew Steele, 19th, Harvey Moore, 18th, Archie Harmer, 17th, Craig McLeod, 16th, Josh Moore, 15th, Egis Manelga, 14th, Jamie Stanton, and 13th, Josh Payne.
In 12th we've got Stephen McConnell, 11th for Charlie Hume, 10th for Jack Mawinney, 9th position for Tom Van Beek, 8th for Armis Fiskelis, 7th for Robbie Burgoyne, 6th for Christians Burkhoffs, 5th for Martin Cowley, 4th for Wee Stu Adsley, 3rd for Martin Wannicott, 2nd for Tomas Kiley, and your number 1 qualifier is Dylan Garvey.
Wow.
Mike, these battles are going to be insane.
Absolutely unbelievable. Well, that wraps it up for the qualifying. Join us at 2:20 for the Pro Top 24.
Drifting can be the most demanding motorsport in the world. My name is Jun Ming. The high RPMs required to keep my tires spinning and rubber burning are brutal on engine oil. That's why Lucas Synthetic Oil Stabilizer was formulated for performance on the track and the highway. Lucas Synthetic Oil Stabilizer keeps my power on for split-second decisions, making every shift and turn count. When it comes to my engine and engine oil, I give it every advantage with Lucas Synthetic Oil Stabilizer.
Link ECU produce standalone engine management technology with a range of products that allow you to unleash the power of your engine. Acting as your car's brain, our ECUs control electronic fuel injection and ignition. A magnitude of sensor inputs and outputs ensure your engine exceeds your expectations. Built-in safety features guarantee engine protection, and data logs keep you informed on its performance. Smoke your tyres and not your engine with a world-leading Link ECU.
Tarmac Sports.